Oh, hi. Good evening, sir. Have you been in town this afternoon?
No.
Oh, I only thought so because you didn't have your drinks, your coffee in the garden today.
I wasn't in town today. I was lying in the sofa because I had some headache. But
Oh.
what are you doing now?
Oh, I'm just, you know, just. It seems nice now, doesn't it? But we still need to be cautious. Any night there could be frost and storm. I won't be fooled with these warm weathers.
That's quite right, Bro Mouse. So what are we setting up now?
I was just going to tell you about it. Today, after dinner, I saw someone.
Who?
The governor, of course. He's a bit stiff, but he still knows his business. Better than I do.
Let her be. She's dead now.
Oh.
Thank you so much for your sympathy. But the prom consulate is dead.
But thinking of her dying, oh my lord. I cannot. She's still young.
She's going to see us again. Young, dear old Bro Mouse. She was 7 years old younger than me. But I'm pretty nearly 60 myself.
To be sure.
But some people live to be a great older than the Frau Chancellor. That is sure too.
You know, sir, I've seen the Frau Chancellor for nearly every day. For almost like, for the last 15 years or maybe 20 years something. But then,
Yes, 20 years ago, when we were all younger. Yes, 20 years ago, we were all younger. But even the last time I saw Frau Chancellor, she didn't look like an old woman. This summer, she appeared thinner and paler. One night, as I was passing through here late in the evening, I saw Frau Chancellor sitting there. And my goodness, she looked so much like her younger sister. Sorry about that. Anyway, Bro Mouse, what did that arrogant Franz who works for the Baron tell you?
no. Indeed, sir. I mustn't bother you anymore with my gabble. You know, I know what it means. I was once married, and I was buried my wife. Wait, no. Sorry. I mean, I only...
Very good, Bro Mouse.
And what about the young master?
What? Who?
Young Herr Heinrich.
Oh, he's very much to be pitied.
He must be sick himself, or he would have come out.
Oh no, actually, I am expecting him every day. He's away now on a journey. So after he came back, he needs to get a little rest so that he can get back to his work again. Actually, you know nothing. None of us, ordinary men, know nothing beyond digging our own graveyards.
Why you, sir, used to...
Oh yes, you mean, Bro Mouse, that I used to do more than that. And so I did, but nothing gets better. I used to go in town every day and sit at the desk from 8 to 2 o'clock, and sometimes as late as 3 or 4 o'clock.
It must be pretty bad to sit in one place for 6 hours every day. I used to pity you, sir.
Well, Bro Mouse, what can a man like me do? There's someone in my position right now. If he become useless like me, there will someone else that will replace them. So right now, it doesn't matter who sits at the desk. It will be the same thing over and over again.
To be sure.
You don't think so at all, Bro Mouse. It doesn't even seem that you understand at all. Did you ever notice Henry? You ever saw his halo around his head, eh?
I know perfectly what you meant, sir. But, you know, like, it's because Herr Heinrich, the young master, making people talk about him. And, oh yes, that's it. The halo.
Well, here he comes.
If you would permit, I haven't had a chance to offer my respectful sympathy.
Well, if you say so, go offer him your respectful sympathy.
Thank you, Neighbor Mouse. Thank you so much.
Well, that you came?
Yes, sooner than I expected. After all, there is no place like home.
You went away the same night?
Yes, after the cemetery, I packed up and get off. I couldn't stand another night in this house.
I understand. Where have you been?
I went to Salzburg first.
Oh, did you?
I had once people found the city very beneficial. It's a city of consolation, in fact.
Oh, is there such a place?
Yes, Salzburg is a city under of those certain conditions, and I didn't go there by any chance. 7 or 8 years ago, I went through a very distressing and painful experience. Perhaps, Doctor, you understand what I mean when I say I thought this could be a happy experience, right? That's why I decided to join Salzburg. That very afternoon, while I was walking alone in the garden, my distress suddenly eased. By the next morning, I felt like someone who had been healed of an illness and was able to work again.
Oh, there would seem to be occasions when Hillebrand doesn't work.
Used to being at work, but I'm not any longer. That's just it. For 2 or 3 years, I have been unable to accomplish anything, whatever. You know yourself. It was impossible to see one's mother suffer like that. I know she is fighting for death and that she longs for it. That was the most frightful part of it. I saw the longing in her eyes, night when I sat by her and read to her. I have given up for the house.
Oh, you have? It is really too large for you. By yourself.
Did you know what Dr. Huber said to me the Sunday before she died?
What is it?
That she might live 2 or 3 years longer.
2 or 3 years? That she might live for 2 or 3 years longer?
Yes, and that was just when the worst came. She never went out of her room again. Never had another hour in the garden that she loved so well.
Perhaps I might have made up my mind to come in more occasionally.
I know what my mother was to you. I always knew it, even in those days.
When?
I am not such a very small child when my father left us. I still remember the day when my mother told me Papa has left us. For a long time after that, I thought he had died. I used to cry a lot about it at night. But then I saw him in the street with the woman he left my mother for. I hid in a doorway so he wouldn't see me. I felt ashamed as a child in his presence. I quickly realized that my mother was free, just like if she had truly been widowed.
He doesn't love me anymore.
Yes, the letter on the writing table.
Yes.
Yes, and yet, why am I so dumbfounded? When I have asked myself, how often this every night? I confess it to you, at the risk of getting clinical too. What it is that makes a wretched human creatures endure such misery when it lies in our own power to put an end to it at any time.
Heinrich,
If my mother did do what you say you know she did, she was right, quite right.
Heinrich! Because you don't understand, Heinrich. You know nothing about it. She would have gone living and enduring as long as the good God gave her leave. Now, a few hours in the garden, there's a lot of recollection of our young days. But now she's dead. She died now. She died for your sake. For your sake, Heinrich.
For me? For my sake? What do you mean?
You really don't know? Can you imagine? When you spoke of it yourself just now,
Of what?
that her suffering upset you. That you are the tortured one. That you couldn't work. You saw that you are the martyred one. But it is so...
So what? It was impossible. Her Hasdofer, your grief, what makes you imagine what could not be true? I grant the condition of my mind could be no secret to my mother. I was so very distressed, but there could be any ground for.
Can you believe me right now? You think I was lying? You think I was lying? Here. Here it is. Take it. Everything that she wrote is in there. You open it and you can see it all. She saw you suffering. She saw you suffering. Remember what I said. And now she died. She died before her time.
Mother! Oh my god! Oh my god! I will go now. I know my presence must be painful to you. Here's the letter. May I call you to one point?
What?
This, where my mother implores you, I entreat you to not let me know the contents of this letter, to let me rest in the disbelief that she died in a natural death. This letter was intended for your eyes alone, not for mine in any event.
I intended it for you. I intended it for your. I'll let you read it. You'll get over it.
And by your meddling, you have destroyed the whole effect of the spontaneous sacrifice. She did not intend me to feel that I had murdered her, to go through the world with my blooded hands.
I take the responsibility now, Rich. I've told you. Please don't worry. You'll get over it. You'll live again and create again.
Right, there's nothing left for me to do. Either I will try to kill myself or prove that my mother had died.
Heinrich! Just a month ago, she was alive. And you can say that. She took her own life because of you. And now you are trying to wash your hands of responsibility. In a few days, you will probably start thinking it was her own fault. Am I not right? Aren't you just like the others? Full of arrogance, big and small. What does all your writing amount to? Even if you were the greatest genius in the world, just 1 hour here in the garden, 1 hour with her, alive and present. Whether she spoke or not, she was here, alive, with us, her true self.
Living hours. Those living hours of yours, life, just so long as the last person who remembers them. Farewell, Herr Hausdorfer. Your sorrow gives you the right to understand me. Next spring, when this garden of yours in bloom, we shall meet again. For you too, we live on.
I'll see you when I see you. You don't. Yes, 20 years ago, when we were all. I take this.
Tiga.
Yang, dia old baru mouse. Aku cakap, you don't think so at all. You simply don't understand. Heinrich. Good evening, Boromau.
Oh, hi, sir. No, indeed, sir. I mustn't bother you anymore with my gabble. Indeed, sir. I know what it means. I mustn't bother you with...
Oh no, actually, I'm expecting him every day. He's away on a journey now. After that, he need to rest a little so that he can back to his work again.
Why you, sir, used to...
Aku cakap lagi kan, you know nothing kan. He might live for 2 or 3 years longer.
Konok ada ni. Konok. Lagi nak balik eh?
She will never gonna see us again. Thank you so much for your sympathy.